guessed it. Here's some of the best bits from Jason Lauren while we're on break.
Every week we are joined by the police, a different area or a different department. And this week...
We are. And you know what? I am never short of amazement of how many different departments there are of the police.
Well, that's
this
the
one
cool
is
thing.
serious, though, Jason.
They are recruiting as well, remember, whether it's dog squad, general duties, highway patrol, or from the Special Operations Group. These are the boys that are not here to muck around.
Oh, my gosh. Look at the outfits.
Okay, well, they're not costumes.
No, they're not here to muck
costumes.
around.
Good morning,
No,
lads.
they're not costumes. I said uniforms.
We have team leader
Morning, guys.
Ben from the Special Operations Group joining us this morning. Morning, Ben. He's just taken off the helmet. Morning, Ben. I'll get you to boost that mic. How are you, mate?
Good, thanks for having us.
Morning, Ben.
Now, I'll be honest. I've been
Oh, my
trying
God.
some.
You're scary looking.
I know. I was going to say I've been trying some gags on the boys, and it's a tough crowd.
You guys are some of the most serious within the Victorian Police, but when we were talking about having you in, I said to Jace, I'm sure they're all just big teddy bears inside. And Jace got to meet you before I did, and Jace was like, you know what, love? I don't know if you were right about being teddy bears. These guys are tough.
How long have you been
Are you
doing
big
this for?
softies at heart?
Well, Jace did try and walk in while I was getting dressed, so we got off on the wrong foot.
Yeah, that was my bad. How long have you been in the force, Ben?
I've been in for 15 years in the police force, and I've been at the Special Operations Group for 8 years.
Right. How many years would someone normally be in the police before they can move to special operations?
Look, it really varies. Historically, we probably wanted more experienced police officers, but we do recruiting of really junior members now. So
Right. Okay.
you can be as little as 2 years in the police force.
Really?
And if you pass the selection program, then you'll come to the unit.
Yeah. Right.
And Ben, for those of us who aren't really familiar, which is probably a good thing, with the Special Operations Group, what exactly do you guys do?
Yeah, well, I heard you guys use the example before about the SWAT, so that's probably one that everyone can understand.
Yep.
The SOG is classified as a police tactical group. Every state has one. Every state and territory has one. And our main role is as a counter-terrorism response.
Right.
So, look, thankfully that stuff doesn't happen every day in Victoria. So we spend our time chasing some of the worst offenders around Victoria, mainly because they're using and carrying firearms.
Right.
And that's what we do.
So
Right.
let's say if I try
And
and
is there a lot more of that happening than we actually hear about, like behind the scenes? Because we obviously get some stuff reported in the media, but I imagine there's a lot more going on that we don't know about.
Yeah, I think so. Look, we arrest over 200 people a year.
Really?
So
Jeez.
that's a job every few days.
Wow.
And
yeah, right.
you probably only see a handful of those high-profile ones actually make the news, yeah.
So if I, hypothetical, I try and pull off a bank job in the city, right, and I hold it up with hostages, would I see you boys?
Hopefully you wouldn't see us, but we'd be there.
Oh, see how frightening that is, Jesus. So, and I imagine there's different positions in the team. Like, is there a sniper, for example?
Yeah, we've got specialists. So once you're at the unit, you can specialise. We've
Yep.
got snipers, which everyone's probably heard of.
Yep.
We've got tactical canine handlers, breachers, and medics
Right.
in the team. We've got specialist roping and rappelling capability, airborne and water operations capability. Yeah, so there is specialties within the team.
Yeah, right.
Ben, you've got something like this very calm presence about you. Is that part of the training, or is that part of the profile of what they're looking for when they're trying to find you guys? Because I imagine you have to keep your cool under extraordinary amounts of pressure.
Yeah, it is a high-pressure job, and I suppose on the surface maybe I do seem calm, but we react the same as every other person when a stressful situation happens. But it certainly doesn't help us in a stressful situation to lose our cool, so we
Right.
try and keep a level head. But
So, for example, when like you order Uber Eats and you find out the driver's on a push bike, not a car, do you?
you know what?
like,
I become more enraged at an Uber driver than I do on a counter-terrorism operation.
Sorry, I was just going to ask. Massive story, obviously global story. The assassination attempt on Trump. You guys would have looked at that and pulled it apart, surely.
I was glued to the news.
Yep.
I was watching Clint as he broke it down.
Yep.
And I don't know why he just couldn't commit to calling it an actual assassination attempt instead of a possible, because it was pretty obvious at the start. But
Yeah, right.
I would love to be a fly on the wall in that debrief, because I even saw some AI generated stuff about Trump turning his head and how close it actually was.
Really?
Yeah.
He was, it would have been
yes.
good night.
Have you not seen that, Jace? It's
No.
fascinating. But do you look at things like that and think, how the hell did that guy get on the roof and they didn't notice? Because looking at you, Ben, you would have spotted him.
Yeah, well, America's a different beast. We train for every worst possible situation, obviously. But
Yep.
I've got a huge amount of faith in our snipers. So we would like to think, however I wasn't there, we would like to think we'd have that covered.
We are on the air with the police this morning. The SOG boys are in the house this morning. We've got Ben, who is the team leader of the Special Operations Group. These are the SOG boys that get dispatched to
gosh.
hostage negotiations, terrorist dramas. Are there any
All
girls?
the really serious stuff.
Ben, is there any girls in the any females in the squad?
No, not in our unit. So we work closely with other specialist units and we do work with females. They're in those units. But yeah, no females been able to pass our selection phase yet.
Yeah, right.
Interesting. Hey,
Because
just quickly.
I was just going to say, I've seen Lauren in full flight up against her partner, and she would be a very good weapon for the Victorian Police.
Yeah, no one gets away from me.
There's definitely some untapped skills out there.
Hey, Ben, just quickly, do you ever get scared? Has anything ever frightened you? Because you guys are so tough.
Yeah, you probably get a little bit caught up in the pressure of actually doing the job, but
Yeah.
we react the same as any other person. So there's certain times that I've been in situations and I've thought, yeah, this might be it for me, especially when you're
Really?
driving at really high speed or, you're jumping out of a helicopter, like it is quite dangerous. But we just react normally like every other person. We're not immune to, we still put our pants on one leg at a time in the morning, so we're not immune to any of those feelings.
But
Wow.
if the moment comes and you get the green light to take someone out, you'll do it, no hesitation. Can't say?
No, they
hesitation.
absolutely can't.
No hesitation.
Oh, no, it's
It's what I said before, mate. They will take you out and go and get some nuggets. It's what they do. There was a famous story in the news in 2021. Take a listen.
He went to the family home in Melbourne's eastern suburbs and waited for his ex-boss to leave before breaking in armed with a knife. He bound and gagged his wife and two kids, aged 3 and 5, before kidnapping the children for 11 hours.
Ben, you were part of the crew that was responsible for rescuing the kids. Do you remember the job?
Wow.
Yeah, I'll always remember that job. It'll stick with me for a long time. Great result. Obviously, the result we wanted, but yeah, certainly pretty tense day in Melbourne. That was.
So he'd stormed in and taken the kids hostage.
Yeah.
And did he have a weapon?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So the actual kidnapping, I won't go into too much, but it was pretty traumatic for the kids and for the mother.
I bet.
And pretty violent. So we knew from the outset that it was a serious job, a kidnapping, and that's one of our main jobs that we deploy to is those live hostage jobs. So yeah, we were deployed almost straight away.
So just on that, like say if it's a hostage situation, because a lot of the time we'll be watching on the news and the standoff can go, I don't know, 10 hours. And being naive as a person at home, sometimes we're just like, just bloody go in and get them. Is there a time period?
Not necessarily. Look, there's certain times where the hostage taker will do something that forces us to act, but we'll always approach something from a negotiation, safety first point of view. Like at the end of the day, we want everyone just to come out peacefully and alive. But make no mistake, we're ready to go if it goes south, and we need to act.
I mean, you guys do such an amazing job in protecting people and keeping us all safe. Is there like an expiry date for you guys on how long you can do it? Because it must be so stressful. Do people only last in this job for a certain amount of time, or are there people that have been doing it for tens of years?
It really varies. Like I've been doing it 8 years, and I think the key to lasting in the job, especially this role, is just having that balance. So making sure, as I said before, that you can go away from work and really detach, and you've got something worthwhile to invest in away from work. Because, like you're saying, Loz, if you just commit to work 100% of the time, you'll definitely burn out. Like, you won't last long.
But let's be honest, from a fitness level, there's no Senior Sergeant Tom Croydon part of the SOG squad, is there?
He may have been in a previous life.
But now he's got a desk job because there's some chubby cops out there. I've seen them and I can sack because I am one.
They're not doing this job.
No, they are not doing this job. Well, can we just say thank you for the work you do? Honestly,
Yes.
And
So brave.
will you guys be travelling interstate when the Olympics are on?
The Commonwealth Games.
Oh, Commonwealth Games, sorry.
Yeah, we do. We help our interstate counterparts with major events like that. So they've come down and travelled and helped us before. with recent events, and hopefully we'll be able to support them the same way.
Yeah, right. And just finally, this is just for the police nerd in me. What vehicles do you guys get around in? Can you say?
I'll say 4 drives.
Okay.
I feel like you should be in a tank in that outfit.
Not a
I feel like
Santa
you should
Fe?
We've got armoured vehicles. We've got some armoured vehicles.
What's the name of the big armoured
The
truck?
Bearcat.
The
The
Bearcat.
Bearcat, yeah.
Right.
You look like a Bearcat guy, Ben, in that outfit.
Is that an
I could
auto
see you in
or a
Bearcat.
manual job?
Yeah, it's an auto,
It is auto. Good.
and it's left-hand steer as well because they're a big
Is
American
it?
company, Lenco.
Heated seats?
No.
No heated seats.
Oh
in
my
there.
God, Chase! Does it fit through the drive-through? That'll be his next question.
Does it fit through the drive-through? Well, look, Ben and the crew from the Special Operations Group, thank you so much for coming in, boys. We really appreciate it.
And thank you for everything that you
Yeah.
do to keep us safe. You guys do an amazing job.
Hopefully you don't see us through a scope anytime soon.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Good on you, mate.
So, I mean, I know we talk regularly about the difference between men and women, but you guys leave the house with what? Your phone and your wallet sometimes, not even your wallet anymore.
well, the cards
'cause
are on your
it's
phone
just
now.
on your phone.
It's
So do you just
awesome.
get your car keys? Like Paul, the keys are on the phone, so he just leaves with his phone. That's it.
Oh, that's livid.
Walks out of the house just with a phone. No
That
keys
is living.
required.
Sometimes a Blistex as well.
A what?
A Blistex.
A
Oh,
Blistex.
the
Lip
chapstick.
balm.
Yeah,
Chapstick.
gotcha. Yeah, right.
Women don't do that. We carry handbags because we need things. And I find that those things often come in handy. Like, how many times do you say to me, "Oh, Loz, do you have any Nurofen?" Or, "Loz, do you have any this? Do you have?" You
I
know?
do like that I can go, Lauren, can you hold my glasses? And I'll
Yeah.
give you my sunnies. You
Yeah,
put it in
yeah,
your
yeah.
handbag.
Right. So we
Oh,
carry
do you
handbags.
guys hate that though?
Well, it depends what bag I'm carrying. Generally, day to day, I've got like a decent size.
Oh, no, that's what does my head in.
handbag.
When I'll say to my wife or Lauren, hey, can I put my sunnies in your handbag?
Won't fit.
Won't fit.
I've-
Yet you've got a 7-Eleven in there.
Yeah, but I've got handbags that I take, little clutch bags that like. I then have to put my phone in my pocket because my phone
Yeah.
doesn't even fit. It's so small, nothing fits in it.
What's
But
the
Yeah,
point
if you're
in
going to
carrying a bag?
Crown
Cute.
Palladium,
Yes, a lip gloss will fit and $50. Credit
right.
card, maybe that's it. I said to Paul the other day, I needed him to get something out of my bag, and I was like, "Can you grab? It's in my bag." I can't even remember what he was looking for, and he started digging,
No.
and he was like, "I can't do this. I can't do this. There's too much in here. I'm never going to find it."
it's like
And
a
I was
lucky dip.
It's like a lucky dip.
No, if there's one
so he
thing.
refuses to go through my big carry-on bag, and we've been travelling too, so there's
No.
heaps of stuff.
From the days of growing up, I remember my mum would be like, can you just reach in my bag and grab my wallet? And I would have a full-blown panic attack every time.
What you're going to find?
Just that I can't find her wallet because there's so much crap in there. My wife's the same.
It's not crap. It's important things that we need day to day.
I refuse to get something out of my wife's handbag for her.
Well, I think you should go through my bag and just see what's in there. See the things that are useful.
We
I love
do
this.
not have time for this.
Now, one of our producers suggested this, and just before I was like, I might just curate this, and Jay said, nah. If you've got stuff in there, let's find out
Do
what's
it-
in there.
do it real.
Because I actually could do with a cleansing because sometimes I
Pass
can't
me the
find
bag.
things. Okay, hang on.
Okay, I would say this is a larger style handbag.
Medium size, I would say.
There we go. I'll hold
got
it
a
up.
zip.
I'll hold it up to you on Zoom, Clint, so you can see.
Yeah.
Is this a
It's a
real
nice
one or a
bag.
Bali job?
It's not a Bali job.
Okay, it's a real one. Like, oh, gee. Okay.
It's quite full. It's quite heavy.
She's full to the brim.
Yeah.
The first thing I'm going to pull out of the handbag is a miniature handbag, which is the exact
What do you
same.
mean?
It's like
Is that the makeup bag?
It's a pouch. It's a pouch.
What's in the pouch?
Medicines, I think.
May I look?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
What do you got?
compartments.
Medicines.
Cold and flu, Panadol Rapid.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's handy.
You've used those before.
A lot.
hang on. What was in the pouch?
Medicines?
Yep. Guess what's in the big bag?
What?
More medicines.
Oh yeah, they should have been in the pouch.
Oh, yeah.
It's fallen out.
Lemsip.
Oh yeah, they're great. Cold and flu.
A whole box.
Tis the season. You never know when you're going to need one of them in the morning.
Carry a sachet.
Yeah, but if you're like,
Oh, they're
how realistic
eyelashes.
is that? Because if
Sorry. Sorry. I've just pulled out a little white box. What's in here? I can't even open the box.
Eyelashes.
They're fake
If you're getting your
eyelashes.
makeup done.
so, how do you chuck them on?
Sushi.
What, glue?
She carries,
Like
seaweed.
Seaweed snacks. Yeah. Yum.
Oh,
Never know
yes,
when you're going to
yuck.
need them.
You're not two. You don't need a snack bag.
No, no. Yeah, you never know when you're hungry on the go.
More pills.
Okay, yep, keep going.
More Nurofen.
Yep, they should go in the... Could you put them in the mini handbag in the pouch?
Put on your price line.
Flexible hairspray.
Yeah, necessary. You've used that before too, Jace. Don't.
You need that in the
Oh, sprayed it in his face. Well done.
receipts for the tax
Yeah,
man.
yep, keep them. Don't throw them out.
More Nurofen.
What have you found? What else? Oh, a fresh G-string. You never know when you're going to need that.
What? Jace?
A change of red
Jace.
scrundies. You never know.
How often?
They're clean. They're clean. You don't need to hold them
Jace,
with a pen.
give it a hoon. Just make sure
No,
it's clean.
absolutely not. Oh, don't worry.
Go
Don't
on.
worry. It's not just the G-banger. She got socks as well.
No one likes cold ankles.
This is...
What? What's there now? What is
really?
it? What is it? What?
Can you explain why you're a grown woman who's almost 40
Uh-oh.
that carries a dummy, a baby dummy,
I don't know.
around in her handbag?
Well, that must be my nieces. Are you
Either that or
serious?
you and Paul are doing some sick stuff at night.
Wow.
Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials.